So to show how I'm rigging up the shrimp here, I'm pinching off the tail fan. Just pinching that off, discarding it. Then I'm taking this hook, running it right through the tail section. And what this allows for is it releases scent because the tail's pinch off. Doesn't really kill the shrimp. And this allows for better casting, especially when you're free lining it, because it makes that shrimp streamlined. As you can see there, it's nice and streamlined. You'll see when I go to cast this, just a slight toss and it casts really well, even free lined with 20-pound braid. So what I'm doing here with this shrimp is I'm pretty much just going along the edge of the shoreline here, looking for fish cruising up and down. This is a wind protected shoreline. Just had a front that came through a couple days ago, so temperatures are a little chilly. We're going to take advantage of these wind protected areas that warm up a little quicker. And I'm going to sight cast if I see any fish. Also, if I see like a pocket in the mangroves that looks decent, I'll pitch the shrimp up into it. Pretty much doing the same thing you would be doing using lures, except sometimes live shrimp can be the ticket when those fish aren't going after your lures, especially when you have a cold front or something like that. That can shut down the activity quite a bit. So when the water is murky like this and there's no grass, what I'm doing is looking for any dark spots that I see on the bottom, and I'm paying close attention to see if those dark spots are moving. Sometimes it can be hard to tell. You really have to stare at them for a little bit. But just going slowly, looking for any movement to throw this shrimp in front of. Don't forget to look out in front of you and to your side. Sometimes we get too focused on the shoreline and we'll end up running over fish. So here's where I found a red cruising the shoreline. Now you're going to notice I made a few casts to him. Can't really see the fish in the footage, but I made a few casts, wasn't in the right spot, finally got it in the right spot and got the fish to eat. Now that's the nice thing about, free lining or not having any weight on your line, is that you can make a few casts and it'll land nice and softly. If you had weight on there, it would make a really big splash and commotion that would spook that fish, especially when the water's flat calm like this. Got him. Got him. What do we got? A red. Red on the shrimp. Saw him swimming along the trees and I cast in front of him with that live shrimp, just free lined. This is I believe a 2-aught Gamakatsu octopus hook, circle hook. Got 20-pound leader and then 40-pound tippet just in case we come across some snook. Then 20-pound braid. Sort of my live bait setup here, just in case we happen to get into some bigger fish around structure. So if you enjoyed this video, I highly recommend checking out our Salt Strong Insider Club, where you can see the actual full report from this trip, where I show exactly where I went on the satellite maps. I show exactly why I went to the spot that I chose, because the patterns and the trends change throughout the year, even throughout the day, throughout the week. So in order to dial in those trends, good to know what's going on out there on the water. So definitely be sure to check that out at saltstrong.com.